Hi, my name's Tait. I work in NATS as an operational research analyst. So I'll give you a brief overview of what we'll cover today, and I'll give you a bit of an introduction to me. So basically what I'm planning to do today is to give you a very high level understanding of what we do without getting into too much detail. So I don't want to go into more influence the economy. That's number one. What I'll also do is I'll try and pull out some interesting bits of what we've done, and I'll also speak about the two ways to join the operational research department within NATS. Okay. Without further ado, my name's Tait. As I said, I work in operational analysis as a research analyst. I work within the team called Airports and Consultancy. So what that predominantly means is I'm consistently dealing with key flow capacity issues. That's my primary responsibility, along with dealing with external contracts. So for example, on my first day, one thing we don't have like a set graduate scheme. You come in and you dive in from your first day into real analysis. So my first day was working with Sydney Airport in Australia, working with that, which was very interesting. So you weren't really given a dummy problem, you were given more real life working experience, which was great. You were given a level of responsibility from day one, which is fantastic. Anyway, so I'll jump in and I'll try and not waffle on a bit too long. Okay. So what we do is we're the UK's leading national air traffic provider. In 2011 and 2012, the financial year, we handled 2.2 million flights, and of these flights, only 13% of them were overflights. Now the reason that number is quite significant, and what that means is these flights didn't go to or come from a UK airport. They came from the North American region. And what they've done is they come over and they fly over, and we just give them an overflight because of the position of the North Atlantic tracks. So predominantly our traffic depends on the weather. All the Tesco sales depend on the weather, which is quite interesting. And we operate 365 days a year, 24 hours. So we've got operational centres which are coming to everything. Okay. So one of the key aspects of NATS is the quote-unquote invisible infrastructure. So we can speak about building new runways, building new terminals, but you know what? That doesn't work if you've not got the motorways in the skies, like to call them. If you don't have the efficient airspace to deal with it, there's no point building infrastructure in there. And that's one thing, that's one of our main drivers is airspace. So there we go. So basically we're on a contract from the CAA. We agree every 5 years to set our costs, and we charge for aircraft to fly through the UK. Hopefully most efficiently. Now one of the things we have done recently is we look at the environmental impact. So we do make a lot of changes to airspace, and one of the key focuses for NATS currently is fuel burn. Because we realise we've got airline customers who their predominant issue is fuel burn. That's their biggest overhead. So what we try and do is we try and give them, we endeavour to give them a 3DI score. Now what that is an environmental score to see how efficiently it flew through UK airspace in relation to the flight plan that they filed. The lower the score, the more efficient it is. The higher the score, the worse it is. And we get penalised for that. We report on that consistently. And really what we do is we make changes to the airspace. What we do is we look at the airspace and we'll go, there's a really inefficient part of the airspace right here. How do we address that? How do we make it more efficient? And that's one of the kind of the main thing of operational research is understanding the current operation, then make recommendations to make it better. That's the key thing. It's all about really getting into the data, and sometimes it's laborious, I will admit, but getting in there and really understanding the complexity of what's causing the issues. And that's airspace. So then we spoke about two control centres. So we've got the London Area Control, which is based in Swanwick, just outside of Southampton, and we've got Prestwick Area Control, and that's based in Prestwick in Scotland. Now, Prestwick deals with 40% of all the traffic in the UK. Now, the reason that is, so I touched upon it earlier, that overflights, a lot of depending on where the North Atlantic tracks are, the North Atlantic arrival departures going to Europe, take the most fuel efficient way, because if they get a beneficial North Atlantic track, the fuel burns a lot less. What that means is they've got to travel through an airspace, predominantly from the top all the way to the bottom, which is good for that, but not really good for everyone. We then come to this, so what this is going to show you, I'm going to show you London airspace, and specifically drilling into that. Now we've got the most complex airspace in the world in London, over amount of space between one, a Z amount of space between another. And for it to work efficiently, we need to have some pressure on the runway so we can best pick what efficiently works. Because if you go, for example, let me just interlude slightly. If you go, there's a 5, you've got a heavy, a medium, a heavy, and a medium aircraft. What that will do, so if you do heavy, medium, the sum of that is 20 nautical miles. Whereas if you go medium, heavy, it's 18 nautical miles. So therefore you've saved 2 nautical miles. Essentially you've saved 50 seconds. But the importance of that 50 seconds to Heathrow Airport, which is 99% capacity, is paramount importance. They'll try and save everything from it. So basically what that shows is, that shows the holding stacks, and the red is departures. And one of the main things is understanding the relationship between the two of them and making sure we have safe operation. What happens here is the arrivals come in from the 4 main stacks, and from Heathrow, the departures go underneath the arrival stack. Not because we've got the safety criteria we need to meet, so it's making sure we consistently abide to that safety criteria. So that's kind of what that's showing the complexity. The next slide's even more daunting when you start looking at Luton, London City, Norfolk, Stansted, just traffic everywhere. And dealing with that, and dealing with overflights, and dealing with general aviation traffic, can't be bothered with. And all of this is controlled in Southampton. The interesting thing that I found out about 5 or 6 months ago is, you think you're at Heathrow, you're arriving into Heathrow or Gatwick. I didn't know that. Basically, I thought aircraft, if they were flying into Gatwick, they would be in control of the air traffic control tower at the airport would be in control of them. It's actually not. It's controlled in Southampton, probably about 130 miles away. Which is, to be honest, first of all, I was a bit nervous about that. I was like, what's sort of bad happening? But they said they've got a really efficient operation. So really it's understanding all the dependencies here, making sure there is no interaction between any arrival or departure tracks, because then one of our main things is understanding, doing a lot of operational research on safety. The safety is of paramount importance to NAS overall, and the reason why. So, going to that I know a bit more about, so speak about airports. So, I'm an airport capacity consultant. What I do is I deal a lot, as I said, I deal a lot with Heathrow air traffic control, making that basically declaring the capacity each season at the airport, and also doing a lot of external work. So currently I'm working on Changi Airport, Singapore, helping them design and implement their master plan for their third runway. Where should they put it? What kind of traffic? What kind of operation should we do? So really it takes us to understand what our operation is currently for us to be able to do that. And the main thing that helps us do that, so these are airports all over the UK. So Heathrow handles over 1,300 aircraft a year, which is not a year. Sorry, a day. So actually 650 arrivals and 650 departures, all operating at most efficiency. And say one thing goes wrong. Say for example, what you seen a couple of months ago, there was an Ethiopian fire on the stand, set fire. On the stand there, a Boeing 787, but no Dreamliner. I don't know if it's a dream. Anyway, so going there, what I've done is I've shut the runway for 2 hours. The impact that has on airline and fuel consumption, because essentially what we're doing, aircraft are just circling around and around and around. And just one wee thing like that for 2 hours can break the system for 2 to 3 days. Because aircraft aren't at the correct base, and you have to go into your nighttime flights and stuff like that, and you've got to know the tactical sensitivity. Anyway, so come here. This is a couple of the analysis that we do, more specifically the safety analysis. So what the top one shows is we've got simulation models and interpreters. And what the top line shows is that's Gatwick, and the red line shows that there's a lot of runway incursions from ground moving vehicle. Now the problem that has is that there could be a ground moving vehicle in when the runway is allocated to an arrival, which could have serious safety implications. So it's understanding what they're doing, why they're doing it, and reporting back and influencing the GMs to take a more, general managers of the air traffic control to take a harder stance on that, because that's a safety implication. You look at the next, the bottom left one, that is the interaction between Birmingham departures and Liverpool arrivals, I think. And the other one just showing, the bottom right one is showing you basically what you call the boxes. So the right hand box is a sector, and the left hand bigger box is the terminal moving area for Birmingham Airport. Now what shows is the aircraft and the black lines are meant to be going through the blue one, but they're actually going through the right-hand side one, which isn't good. So that's increasing control workload and therefore make it unsafe. So we've had to implement that and pull that back and really understand why that is the case. Okay, the next slide. This is my favourite slide. Okay. So what you've got here is you've got the amount of runways along the bottom, you've got the number of air traffic movements per year in thousands, and what you see in the first one runway solution and two runway solutions, so you get Gatwick in the one and Heathrow in the two, we're the most efficient use, make most efficient use of the tarmac we've got available. We're head and heels above everyone there. And what that does for us is that helps us go worldwide. We can do that with ours, why can we can help you solve your problem worldwide. And that's coming leading on very well to the next part as a consultancy. Now one thing, I come in as an analyst, I've done maths at university, I didn't have much interaction with customers. From the day you start, you're in front of customers, you're understanding their needs, you're sitting in meetings, understanding what their requirements are, you're influencing them, trying to shape their business needs, and what that previous chart does, especially when you go worldwide, is helps us sell our assets. And that's one of our main things. We can do that here, why can't we help you solve your problems? So basically what it is our operational research for going out worldwide is like the foot in the door, because then they're not that, so basically they're expensive, but they're not as lucrative as, for example, providing ATC training contracts and stuff like that. Their operational analysis is fundamental to the consultancy line, the consultancy service line within that as a way in, and then once they're in, that's then going to shape that the way they want the customer. Okay. Coming on to one of our major recent successes, the Olympic Games. Now, we successfully, so basically what does success look like from that before the Olympics? Don't get in the news, don't get in the media, don't get anywhere. Did we do that? Yes, thumbs up. Right? So, always good. So basically, everything went well, everything was successful, but it was only successful because we started 3 years in advance. Head start. We really wanted to understand our operation, understand what was significant about it, what was different, what did we need to do differently, what's more efficiently. We operated that efficiently for our airline customers, so for example, BA, Virgin, they're coming to us and go, can you do that more often? Unfortunately we can't because obviously there's some constraints, but it's something we're trying to work to, and something we're trying to, that's what we do. That's what good looks like, and it's trying to make that an everyday operation. And I think that's what we're trying to do in that now, is to make it more efficient, more effective. Basically, that's just some stats about the Olympics. So we have 500,000 overseas spectators arriving in UK airports. Anyway, so one of the main things, one of the main things for maps, or one of the main things for operational analysis and operational research and analysis, business intelligence. Now, I think you've heard from Tesco how they use their business intelligence or their project insight platform. This for maps is fundamentally important. We're going to have basically all our data sources previously sat independently, so the airport data here, airspace data here, safety and incursion data here, there, it's all coming together. And what the main thing about us going forward is we need to look at that data, provide an insight, and really do interesting stuff. I don't know what the stuff is yet, but do interesting stuff that we've not done before. Look at stuff we might actually find some when we do some data mining, we actually see there's relationships that we didn't even consider before, and that's one of the main things going forward. It's one of the main things for me is, I'll be honest with you, it's meant to be delivered by the end of this year, and we're still in consideration, but we're behind the project, but it's one of the most fundamentally important things in that currently, is the importance of business intelligence and the importance of making more informed decisions going forward. And one of the other things is this is kind of a nice one, so basically we've got all the way we're trying to get to is prescriptive analytics. How do we make that happen? Currently we're at, why did that happen? We want to know how do we make that happen, and that's understanding the full data set, understanding what levers we can pull to make the differences of key components, and this is the enabler. This is the enabler. Once we've got it fully operational, it'll be all good. Now what this is a lovely dashboard that they've created for us, the consultants. Basically shows the military flight. So just geocoding it, showing you, and one of the interesting things we spoke about earlier was the environmental impact. We'll be able to talk on these soon. Where we're burning those fuel burn, where we'll go. How do we mitigate that? How do we move it elsewhere to reduce fuel burn? So it's quite interesting. That's one of the main things I'm really interested in at the moment is project and the site platform. What that's going to mean for me going forward, and what does that mean for our customers? Now, I'll know that a couple of 1 or 2 minutes now. So I'll just give you a brief description of the career path you can take. So one thing you can do is you can be an industrial placement. So the girl was out there, she done industrial placements, industrial placement at NATS, and now she's came back as a graduate. Now one of the things they do is they are fundamental to our delivery of projects. Without industrial placements, the amount of experience that they get and do operational research, dealing with data, prepping them for a final year essentially is paramount importance, really. And I mean the amount of insight that they gain in that year is great. I can't really touch on that myself because previously I worked in Tesco as a manager, and I was like, I've got a master's degree and I'm filling shelves on Christmas Day, and I thought, this isn't my life. I don't want my life to go this way. So I came in, I went in, applied for the job. It's a very simple process. You go through, you fill in your online application. It's simple, it's standard. You get one phone interview and one face-to-face interview. Pretty easy, and basically from the date once you start, it's actually on the job training. There's no set training courses. I mean, there's 3 interludes that you go on. Introduction to air traffic control. I didn't have an interest in air traffic control, to be honest, I still don't. It's more about the analytical processes and